Hi, my name is Suzanne Longstreet, and I'm the Millionaire Maker. I'm also a mindset coach. I work with neuro-linguistic programming and hypnosis and positive intelligence and neuroscience to help you to clear up your past limiting thinking so that you can go out into the world and make more money. Today, I wanted to share with you some ideas from my most recent blog about taking up space and standing in your power. I've had so many clients come to me over the years, being a little bit triggered actually, about the fact that they've been told by somebody else to take up more space, but they had no idea how to do that. And so I've been thinking about doing this for a little while, and I wanted to share these tips that I've come up with for you based on the work that I've done with multiple female entrepreneurs to help them to step out into the world, make more money, be more confident in who they are, and really be more authentic in who they are as well. And that's really important. A lot of my clients have shifted their identity using some of these things that I'm going to share with you. And shifting identity is a good thing because it helps you to really step into who you are rather than who you think you should be or somebody told you to be. Because unfortunately, some of us have been running those programs for a little too long. So I wanted to share with you some of the ideas that I came up with about taking up space and standing in your power. The first one is know your values, know what's important to you, and be really crystal clear in those things. And we want to make sure that these are what we call towards values. So they're positive, they're forward thinking, and they're not away from values. And so some of the values that you want to have are when you want to stand in your power is a good one. Visibility, focus, commitment, passion, delight, fun, play. Money is a good, important value to have. Service is another one if you're in the service industry, as I am. There's many more. So know your values and what's important to you. And you do this. This is a very simple question. It comes right out of the Master Neuro-Linguistic Programming training. And here's the question. Are you ready? What's important to you? Just ask yourself that over and over. What's important to you? And write down one or two words. So when somebody asks me that, what's important to me about business? Integrity, excellence, service, confidence, joy, fun. Those are just some of my values. So ask yourself, what's important to you about business? What's important to you about relationship? What's important to you about money? What are your values? That's the first one. The second one is own your voice. Speak up. Speak out clearly. I don't want you to say, minimize yourself, like, "Ah, this is such a silly idea. I don't know if you're going to listen." Please don't do that. Please don't put qualifiers in front of your words or your statements. And if you could eliminate the word just, I'm just, oh, I'm just, those kind of things, you minimize yourself. So own your voice. Don't apologize for your thoughts. Practice speaking clearly. If you need to record videos, practice them. And the best way I know is to do them. And the other one is stand in front of the mirror and talk and see how you just practice, see how it goes. So own your voice, practice speaking clearly and confidently, and tell yourself that your ideas are valuable. Even if other people don't think they are, oftentimes they're not listening. And that's about them, not about you. Stand in your conviction and own your voice. The third tip I have for you is setting very clear boundaries. Years ago, I heard Cheryl Richardson speak up, and she's an author, at a Hay House conference that I was at. And she said, it's really important for us to say no. And it's a complete sentence when we want to. Because if you're saying yes, but you really want to say no, and here's what she said, you're showing up with resentment. So set clear boundaries. And as one of my clients said, boundaries can be loving. In fact, they're the most loving things when they're done well. Boundaries. So set firm boundaries. Don't just do it because other people are expecting it of you. Don't just do it because you should. Do it because you want to, because then you'll show up with joy and love and fully present and not in resentment. The fourth one is embrace your strengths and know who you truly are. I was just talking to a client and she's doing a bit of a shift in her business, and we were talking about how that was going to look. And one of the things that was very clear for this client and to me was she was trying to do something that was really against not who she is. So to be kind of like me saying, "Oh, I really like to ride horses, so I'm going to become a jockey." Well, I don't love riding horses. I haven't ridden a horse, oh gosh, in a couple of decades. And so that'd be crazy for me to think, okay, I'm going to go out and start riding horses when it's not a strength. It's not something I love to do. So just because it was a good idea to somebody else and they think you should do it, go inside and say, is this something that aligns with my strengths? Because when it aligns with your strengths and who you are, it's so much easier for you to do. And it won't drain you at the end of the day. Because that's the other thing. You don't want to be drained. You want to be enlivened and happy and joyful, because that's what your family wants to see from you, not somebody who's drained doing something that they hate. And the last one is the number 5 is celebrate your successes. If you've been following me for any length of time, you've heard me say this over and over again, and that is because I really would love it if you just come away with one thing from this whole conversation: to stand in your power and own and your worth and who you are, is to celebrate all the things that you've done. Anthony Robbins, I thought, did a really good job of saying this. Tony Robbins, he said, we tend to underestimate what we can do. We overestimate what we can do in a year and completely underestimate what we've done in the past decade. So go back over the past decade and look at all your successes. Go back over this past year and look up all your successes, even this month, or perhaps even just today. Because I'll share with you often what happens when I get my clients to do this: just focus on your success and celebrate one each day. You will see them add up very quickly. And that helps you with your self-confidence and your self-worth and taking up space and owning your voice and your power and all the things that I've just talked about earlier. So if you just do that one thing, if you can do all 5, even better. And if there's anything I can do to help, please reach out and we'll have a clarity session. Thanks for listening and have a great day.